Hey guys, Zari here. Hope all is well. It's 1:46 p.m. New York time. Just coming back from the gym at when I take my exercise break, usually a 5 or 6K walk or workout at the gym during what I call the twilight zone, which is the lunch period. It's after UK and Europe are completely closed for regular trading hours. North America goes to lunch, and I go and do my thing to regain my sanity and burn some stress hormone and things like that. Anyway, here we go. What are we looking at here, guys? Well, big impulse wave down, big drop today. Of course, over 3% in the Russell 2000. This, of course, is Nasdaq, S&P, and Dow. But look what we're seeing now. The Dow dropping into key support, intraday support only. It's not really key major support, but then rallying up towards VWAP, a VWAP reversion move. I did not trade this because I was on my twilight zone break, and I don't typically trade during this period, although that was a nice little move, nice change of structure here. It could have been a nice long, and I'm sure many traders caught that and did very well with it. I'm okay missing it. I'm looking to short this thing again if we get the right setup. The momentum clearly is to the downside today, having rejected on the daily and then pushed down. Of course, very bearish bar today, still trading below yesterday's low, but getting this orderly retracement, a very nice retracement as a matter of fact, but it is a wedge move. For those who are familiar with that, basic technical analysis is this kind of a move here. Nothing concrete about that. I mean, I don't use diagonal trend lines at all in my trading, although I'm a long-time charter market technician. It's all things you learn, 25-year CMT, blah, 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 taught technical analysis, but don't use diagonals for the most part in my trading. And I address that in my group in my frequently asked questions document, so I won't do it again today. But watching this very closely now for clues. Getting a little extended now to the upside. Beyond, I'm going to try to show this to you in a way that makes the most sense. By taking you over to the S&P. S&P as well, rejecting from key intraday support, rallying back up to a previous support zone. So very often support there becomes resistance on the way back up again, especially when that support happens to be, and we see this a lot by the way, happens to be at or near VWAP, the volume weighted average price, where there's a rebalancing and an equalization between the bulls and the bears, the longs and the shorts, the good and the evil, if you will. And then Nasdaq, let's take a look at that, created a new support zone. Let me just draw that in for you right now. Rally back to prior support, potentially becomes resistance. I'm actually going to delete that one. This arrow, that support. Let me just show you this on the full screen so you can really get an idea of what I'm talking about. I'm just going to connect that to price action on the left so you can see what it looks like. This would still be a clean traffic zone below. Getting back into this area right here. You see that? I'm actually going to leave that there for you. Let's go back to the S&P. Same or similar type of thing. I'm trying to graphically show you what my mindset is here. I know a lot of times people ask me, and I don't make it as clear as I should, because it's funny when you're doing something for, it's my 4th decade now. You just assume that people can see exactly what you can see, and of course that's not true. And I do know better than that. So please ask questions if you need further clarification as to what's going on here or what I'm thinking. Dow now behaving the weakest out of the three, not the Russell. I'm going to ignore that. But down 1.2. Actually, the S&P is also down exactly 1.2, 1.17. So it's not exact, but close enough. and only 80 basis points on the NASDAQ. So this is an interesting rebound, to say the least. Watching the Dow, watching the S&P, watching the NASDAQ, and now bringing back VWAP. Notice this. Point of equilibrium on the NASDAQ, point of equilibrium on the S&P, and getting close to the point of equilibrium on the Dow. Doesn't have to tag that line, by the way. It often does, right? More often than not, it actually will. Sometimes it penetrates just a little bit and then begins to round over if it's going to continue to sell off. Judging by this parabolic type of move here on the 2-minute, I suspect that will happen. And that's purely a suspicion. It's okay to have ideas, right? I don't have strong opinions. I have strong opinions, but weakly held, as one of my great trader friends likes to say. The moment I'm proven wrong in any of those opinions, I dump them quickly. So we've now tapped VWAP on the S&P. We've now tapped VWAP on the NASDAQ. And we're getting pretty darn close on the Dow. Bear with me here. Actually going to pause you guys, send this to my group. All right, guys, did we see it? All three sisters tapping VWAP, or pretty darn close in the case of the Dow, at the same time. This is meaningful. Here we go, guys. Going over back to the Dow, the weakest of the three. Here we go. And getting ready to short as we speak. Not yet. I'll tell you when. On the break below, right now, live order now, right now. Bear with me for 1 second. My own platform. That's a lot. And in, guys. In the Dow now. Stop above. Looking for 40 points here. 40 points in the Dow. This is a trend continuation trade or a VWAP reversal trade. It's a combination of both. Trend continuation, impulse down. So first of all, down on the daily, right? It's a very bearish candle on the daily. Was obviously much more bearish when it was at the low of the day. Doesn't matter. Still a bearish candle. Still just barely trading below the low of yesterday. But strong impulse wave down. As is typical, we got an orderly pullback or retracement of a portion of that move, right? To VWAP, where a new game begins. Now, why did I choose the Dow? First of all, I've been trading the Dow lately quite a bit, more than the other two, more than the S&P, more than the NASDAQ, because the moves have been cleaner for me, for my style of trading. But that's the only reason. I have no overall arching preference for the Dow. Could care less. It's all just candles to me. I just want the cleanest candles, the most optimal setups. So bearish on the daily, bearish impulse move down, and then a retracement, a resourceful structure, but the retracement also coming back to these previous zones, but also happens to be VWAP. Now, we didn't meet VWAP on the Dow, but guess what? We tapped it beautifully and had a rejection wick on the NASDAQ. That's that wick you see right there, right? And then we did exactly the same thing on the S&P, right? Can you believe that? I mean, what are the chances? Well, the chances are actually quite high. This happens a lot. It's just a remarkable thing, isn't it? And then the weakest of the three is, in fact, the Dow, right? Didn't make it up there. Still might. And it might pull the other two even higher. But I'm flipping the coin on this thing going lower in tandem with the NASDAQ and with the S&P, or even preceding it, because it is showing more weakness. And it's not much, by the way, guys. The fact that this didn't reach exactly to VWAP doesn't mean that it's just catastrophically weak. Nothing like that. I'm just picking it because it makes the most sense to me right now in this moment. watching now and being patient. 2 trades today only, guys. I shouldn't say only. 2 trades today. I normally trade between 1 and 3 times a day, depending on the environment that we're in. And today's 2, so I'm basically there. First trade was a gold long at 6:30 this morning for 30 pips. It was a zone break trade going long. The second trade was a Dow short. It was also for 30 points. I said pips. Oh, darn, I just realized that I said pips on my Twitter instead of points. Anyway, I'll just let that go. People understand, I think. I think for the most part, traders will understand what I meant by that. I used the template from the previous trade because it has like little pictures on it and things. And I forgot to change the pips to points. I just noticed that now when I was telling you about it. Anyway, let's watch this thing together, shall we? Here we go, guys. Looking for those 40 points. Third trade of the day. One more push. Can we do it? And done, guys. It's done on my platform. I'm going to wait for this to push through because I always like to see it. When I'm doing videos, I like to go all the way through. Just to make it super clear that what we're talking about here. And there it is, guys. Thank you for being with me today. I might see you a little bit later. Who knows? But I'm at 3 trades. Kind of my average high end. But we'll see. This afternoon might offer some more price action. Click the like button, if you will. Appreciate that very much. And of course, the notification bell. I usually upload 3 to 5 videos a day. If you want to be notified, you like what you see, go ahead and click that bell and then subscribe, of course. Thanks. Take care, guys. Talk soon.